students, how have you been? I wish you are good. Today you'll start lesson 3 and this is the first lesson and it's called the electric lamps. Now let's watch this video together and back to continue.
The main source of light energy for our planet Earth is Sun. This is called solar energy. We get light from the sun during daytime only. At night, as light from sun is not available, so we have to use other sources of light. We convert electrical energy into light energy in bulbs and tube light, and this helps us to see at night. In olden days, when there was no electricity, people used to burn oil, wax or wood to get light. Any object that produces light is known as a luminous object. The sun and other electrical appliances that give us light are luminous objects. Most of the objects do not produce light. They are therefore called non-luminous objects. For example, chair, table, almirah, etc. Do you know that some animals can also produce light? You must have seen a firefly or jugnu that produces light at night. Some fish like lanternfish that live deep in the oceans can also produce light. The light produced by animals is called living light or bioluminescence.
As we studied in Prime 5, we have two sources of light or two types of light. Okay, here we have the natural light and artificial light. Okay, the natural light like the sunlight and stars light, and the artificial that we made like torches, oil lamps, candles and electric lamps. And as we know, the main source of light is sun. Okay, and now let's watch this video and discover what is the light bulb.
One of the effects of electricity is light effects. In our daily life, we use different types of electric lamps. Let's see what they are. Incandescent lamp or filament lamp, fluorescent lamp, discharge lamp, CF lamp, LED lamp, etc. What is an incandescent lamp? The main part of an incandescent lamp is the tungsten filament. The thin tungsten filament is made into coils and enclosed in a glass bulb. The two terminals of the filament are connected to two thick metal sheets. These two sheets are connected to two outside metal points. The first person who introduced the filament lamp was Thomas Alva Edison. He had done so many experiments to find a suitable material as filament in electric bulb.
And here we have a question, what is the electric lamp? Okay, so the electric lamp, this is the electric lamp. It's a tool which converts electric energy. When you connect it to electric current, it turns or converts it to a light energy. So electric lamp, it's a tool which converts electric energy to a light energy by passing an electric current through it. And now we have a question, what is meant by electric current? To answer this question, let's have a look to this electric circuit. This charge is called the electric current. So the electric current, it is a flow of electric charge or electrons through a conductor. This wire is the conductor. Actually, we have two types of electric lamps which we'll study this term, inshallah: light bulb and fluorescent lamp. First, we'll study the light bulb. We'll study uses and the structure of light bulb. Okay, and now let's start with uses of light bulb. Light bulb have many uses. For example, we have for lighting houses, car lights, torch. We use light bulb in these uses. And now let's talk about the components of the light bulb. First, we'll talk about the filament, okay? This is called the filament. What is the filament? It's a thin coiled wire made of tungsten, okay? Made of what? Yes, tungsten. This is so important. So the coiled wire made from tungsten. What is the importance of the filament? Glows and emits light when electric current passes through it. And now let's talk about the second component. It's the glass bulb. Okay, this is the glass bulb. Okay, the bulb of glass that's surrounding the filament. Okay, so the structure, the glass bulb contains an inert gas is called argon. It's called what? Argon. This is so important. Okay, so the filament are made up of tungsten, and the glass bulb okay, contains an inert gas as argon. Okay, what is the importance of the glass bulb that contains the argon? Prevent air from reaching the filament. Okay, if we have a break in the bulb, okay, the oxygen go inside the glass bulb, okay, and it will combine with the filament, okay. So here the argon prevents air from reaching the filament and so protect the lamp from burning. And here we will talk about the third part, base of light bulb. This is the base of light bulb. Here we have two types of bases. First, spiral with one piece of lead for connection, like this lamp, okay? One piece of lead, okay? And the second type has two sides nail with two inside pieces of lead for connection. It's like this, okay? I have two pieces, okay, or two nails. This is the second type. So this is the first without two nails, okay, one piece of lead, and the second with two nails here. The importance, it carries the lamp upright and positions it, okay. And second, connect the electric current to copper wires and filament inside the lamp. And now let's watch a video about the fluorescent lamp. Okay, here we'll talk about the fluorescent lamp. We'll talk also about its uses and the components of the structure of the fluorescent lamp. Okay, here about uses for lighting houses and offices. Okay, and for decoration, commercial stores like this, in commercial advertisement. Okay, so they are the uses of fluorescent lamp. And here we'll talk about the components of the fluorescent lamp. First, we'll talk about the glass bulb. This is the glass bulb. Okay, what is the structure of the glass bulb? It's a vacuum filled with inert argon gas. Yeah, this is argon gas. It looks like the glass bulb, okay, filled with argon gas, but the difference is that the glass tube of the fluorescent lamp contains a little of mercury, okay, that we haven't in the glass bulb of the electric lamp. Okay, and the inner surface of the tube is converted with a phosphoric metal. The second part is known as tungsten filament. Tungsten filament, yeah, here in the fluorescent lamp we have a tungsten filament. As we have a tungsten filament in the electric bulb, we have two tungsten filaments in the fluorescent lamp. This is the two tungsten filaments. And third, we will talk the point of connection. Yeah, here the point of connection in the fluorescent lamp. Okay, the importance to connect the electric current to the fluorescent lamp. And here we have a note: combined fluorescent lamp is a type of fluorescent lamp. This is the combined fluorescent lamp, which consumes electric current and stays longer than the ordinary electric bulb, and actually we use it inside our houses nowadays. The fluorescent lamp is known as neon lamp. What? Neon lamp. This is so important, but the inert gas neon isn't used inside the glass bulb. And here we'll talk about the electric circuit. What is the electric circuit? All of this is called electric circuit. Okay, so the electric circuit is a closed and continuous path through which the electric current passes, making a complete cycle. Here we have the continuous path of charge, or the electric current path through the electric circuits that come from the battery. This is the source, and here we have the lamp. This is the indicator. Okay, first we'll talk about the battery. Okay, this is the battery. What is the function of the battery? It works as a source of electric current, a source of electric current. Okay, and okay, second we'll talk about the electric wires. Okay, electric wires have they are used to connect battery to the lamp. Here this is the electric wire connect the battery to the lamp. And finally, we'll talk about the lamp used to indicate the path of electric current. How it's used to indicate the electric current. If we have a light in the lamp, here we have electric current in the electric circuit. If we haven't light, so in this case we haven't electric current in the circuit. After we studied the electric circuit, we have two ways to connect lamps in the electric circuit. The first is called series connection, and the second is called parallel connection. What is the difference between the series connection and the parallel connection? Let's have a look. First, we'll talk about the series connection. This is the series connection, or the series circuit. And this is the parallel. Have a look. In the series connection, this is the path of electric current. And in the parallel connection, this is the path of electric current. This is a path, and this is a path, and this is a path. Okay, here in the series connection, as the number of connected lamps increases, the electric intensity decreases, and the effect of burnt one of the connected lamp like this. Have a look. Yeah, electric current will not flow, and all of the other bulbs in electric circuit will turn on. This is in a series circuit. Second, we'll talk about the parallel connection. This is the parallel connection, First, we'll talk about the increasing lamps number. Here, if we increase the number of lamps, the connected lamps don't affect the intensity of light. Okay, so this is useful or more useful than the series connection. The effect of burning out one of the connected lamps like this. Okay, electric current will continue to flow and other bulbs will resume lighting. And now let's talk about light applications. In decorative lights, lamps are connected in parallel, to avoid cutting electric current off if any lamp had burned out. If we connect it in a series connection, if we have loss of one lamp or one lamp burnt out, we will lose all the electric circuit. But if we connect them in a parallel connection, if we lose or burnt out one lamp, we won't lose all the circuit. Okay, like this, if we lose this lamp, okay, the other will give us light. All lamps in houses are connected in parallel because in parallel connection, any damage of any one of connected lamp will not affect the other lamps in the house. So we can connect lamps inside houses in series connection. And now let's watch this video about series and parallel circuits.
A series circuit contains one path for electricity to travel through. If a series circuit breaks in any place, the entire circuit stops working. In this bottom picture, the middle bulb is broken, and that creates a small gap in the circuit. Now electricity cannot get from one side of the battery and through the entire circuit and back to the other side because there's a gap. So all of the light bulbs have stopped working. This is a series circuit, and you can see on the left here that electricity is able to travel through the entire circuit, and all the light bulbs are glowing. But when I open the switch, I create a gap in the middle of the circuit. Opening the switch in the middle of the circuit turned off all the bulbs. In a series circuit, it does not matter where the gap happens. If you get a gap anywhere in a series circuit, the entire circuit stops working. A parallel circuit contains more than one path for electricity to travel through. So I can see in this top picture, electricity could travel this way through the circuit, or electricity could travel through this middle part of the circuit, or electricity could travel through this top part of the circuit. Those are three different paths for electricity to travel through. Now in a parallel circuit, if one part of the circuit breaks, the rest of the circuit can keep working. And in this bottom picture, I can see that the middle bulb is broken. But the bottom light bulb is still glowing, and the top light bulb is still glowing because electricity can go from the battery through those light bulbs and back to the other side of the battery without having to go through that gap. Earlier in the series circuit, when there was a gap, that stopped all the electricity from getting from one side of the battery to the other. But in a parallel circuit, there's more than one path. So electricity can still get from one side of the battery through part of the circuit and back to the other side of the battery without having to go through the gap. And that's why the rest of the circuit keeps working.
Okay, and now this is the time for evaluation. Choose the correct answer. When a light bulb connected in a series in the electric current with a number of light bulbs burns out the other lamps, okay, what's your answer? Their light intensity decrease, their light intensity increase, all of them turn off. So the answer will be all of them turn off, okay, because they are in a series, okay. Tungsten is preferred to use in the electric lamp because of Okay, its high melting point. Which gas of the following gases is found in the fluorescent lamp but not in the electric lamp? Yeah, it's a mercury vapor. This is the mercury vapor. We have the argon in both of them, okay, and neon only in the fluorescent lamp. Okay, and or the fluorescent lamp is called neon lamp. The swelling of the electric lamp contains, yeah, the argon gas. Here in this lesson we have studied the electric lamps. Okay, we have studied the types of electric lamps, the light bulb, okay, and the fluorescent lamp, okay, and here we have studied the electric circuit, the structure of the lamps. Here the light bulb filament of tungsten, glass bulb, the glass bulb that's filled with the argon gas, the base from lead. Okay, and here in the fluorescent lamp we studied the glass tip and two tungsten filaments and the point of connection. And here we have to study the methods of connection, the series connection and the parallel connection. In series connection, if we lose an electric lamp, okay, or an electric lamp burned out, okay, in this case all lamps in the electric circuit will not work. Okay, but in parallel connection, if we lose a lamp in the parallel connection or an electric lamp burnt out, in this case we will lose the other lamps, okay, they will work. And now let's have the keywords of the next lesson. Okay, precautions, improper, flammable. And now we have the to-do list to watch the session another time, read the materials, solve the homework sheets. See you next session. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.